Welcome Brawlers, I'm the Hermit, and today we're gonna be playing Mr. Negative, also known as Withar Cocoon Keeper. For a whopping 7 mana including Orzhov, we get a legendary human villain, vigilance, lifelink, and a 5/5 body. More importantly, when it enters, you may exchange life totals with target opponent. If you lost life this way, draw that many cards. So there are exactly 3 scenarios where we're gonna be playing our commander. The first one, the most obvious one, we are losing the race against our opponent aggressive deck. We play our commander, we get a huge blocker with lifelink, and we get to gain a bunch of life. The second one is we have one of our 2 combo cards, Enduring Tenacity or Sanguine Bond, which we get through alchemy stuff, and then we play it, and then we have enough life difference that when our commander enters, our opponent loses the game immediately. And the third one, and probably the most common one, we have a little bit more life than our opponent, and hopefully at least 3 or more. So we play it, and just by drawing 3 cards, getting a huge body, making our opponent answer our commander, that's good enough value. So this deck is gonna be trying to lose life, trying to gain some life, and just blue-white control overall. So for instance, for life loss, we have Caustic Bronco, Dark Confident, Necropotence, Necrodominance. For life gain, we have Shieldred. We also have Kaya, Orzhov Usurper. We can +1 to exile cards from our opponent's graveyard, and if we get some creatures, we gain 2 life. For more life loss, we have Painful Bond, Night's Whispers, and Signing Blood. We also have Thoughtseize, Cling to Dust for either card draw or gain life. And if we got low enough, we also have File of Galadriel. And we have Heliod's Intervention, which we can choose to use it to destroy artifacts or enchantments from opponents, or we can just gain a bunch of life. And since we have a little bit of control action, we have Planeswalkers with Kaya, Intangible Slayer, plus to gain life, 0 to draw a card, and -2 to exile permanent from our opponent. Kaya the Inexorable, very similar, except it also can protect our commander. During Grim Nemesis, we can make our opponent lose life, or we can gain life with it. Professor Onyx makes sacrifice. Opponent sacrifices the creature with the greatest power. We can +2 lose life, and whenever we cast an instant or sorcery, we drain our opponent for 2. We also have Dariel, the Wandering Emperor, and Lilian of the Veil. Since we are still in the early days of Through the Omenpaths, I think we will play Opposition Agent, but there may be better cards you can play if you don't run into landfall decks too much. The rest is gonna be removal, a little bit of ramping. Since we are mostly black, we have Jet Medallion, have Chromox, and so that's the deck. Now let's get into the queue and trade our life for our opponent. So that's the deck. Now let's get into the queue and make a life bond with our opponents. Raya Ethereum Shaper. They may play, yeah, something here. Okay, we need to play the clearing, just so we have reprieve. it seems like they have 0 cost artifact. Transit me. Okay. What is it? Paradox engine? One ring could also be it. One ring. So we need to play Shieldred. Play Shura, Chrome Mox. They're gonna be taking some damage. And yeah, this is one of the downside of Chrome Mox. If you play too many artifacts, you cannot exile something with it. Let's attack our opponent. If we get them low enough, then we can play our commander, draw a bunch of cards, and because of Shieldred, we're gonna be getting even more life out of it. Ring. Italian.
No
We're
more
not gonna use
distractions.
Liliana.
Let's make this quick.
I guess they could try to ambush Shieldred with their commander, but we will not fall for it. Or maybe they have another way to remove. To deal 1 damage, also known as give another -1/-1. Or it seems, yep, okay, they do it twice. Yeah, that also works. Opponent sacrifice.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
They have just 2 artifacts. Because we don't want to do it now. Because they can... maybe we draw Subtlety. Let's risk it. Action. And there we have it. Solitude. Solitude, rather. Courage. Opponent says oops. I guess we card you. Seven. So what was that oops, opponent? Okay, yep. I didn't think so. GG's, that was a bunch of cards we drew. This is the one that transforms, so it's gonna be about Storm. Maybe we can do something with Thoughtseize. Maybe Kaya can something against their fast flames. Necrodominant. Okay, so yeah, we take Brawl here.
I just need one big breakthrough.
At the top, you may cast an instant or sorceries. Okay. Days Undoing. Not bad. Pile. Stormkill Art. Now I think we can Voidwalker and Quack Fist.
Luck will break my way, eventually.
We will Faithful Absence first. Teaching Patrick. Kind of unfortunate. Patrick 2. Instant and sorceries cost X. Where X is. Okay, so good for instants and sorceries. Or so they get unexpected windfall. That is some mana back, I guess. They discard Mystic's Mastery. Break, sorry. Reveal.
Vengeance and blood.
Land.
Cunning rewards the strong.
His opponent got lucky. Opponent has 6, 7, 8. Now you cast your first instant or sorcery, copy that spell. Like it reach. We need to get lucky here. Might be able to kill our opponent. Toxic Deluge,
Millennia of
almost.
victories are on my side.
If opponent they kill the hive. Oh, okay. Sure. Maybe not. I think we might want to cast Windfall. Yeah, I guess we destroy just the vision. GG, says opponent. Kind of a game where we didn't need to play our commander, so a weird control game, but we take those. In and 6. Again, I guess. Now, this is one of the games where Orzhov is unfortunate because they might have the Nuka Penna fetches, and we will be giving the mana with it. So if things go right here, I think we play Shieldred. Okay. It didn't, so we're gonna kill Ren. So now what are we gonna use our ritual for? I'm leaning Professor Onyx. So they recast Mishra's Bubble. Opponent realizes, well, doesn't matter either way. They can draw more lands here. Doing this many times. Então,
New job, new life. You'll learn the power of death.
okay, I still Explorer. That's annoying. But I guess we still can try to get some removal with Onyx. I guess that's the ideal scenario. Removal and a land. But down is not what I was thinking about. Cannot cast the Wrath.
I have impeccable study habits.
A Call of Moldaya. Once to the mill, we cut down the Oracle. Is if we really need to, we can minus Sonics again and hit Ren. Guess that could be a plan. Alternatively, we can also try to get a land. Then lightning axe. Okay, so we for sure need to plus Onyx now.
That goes on your permanent record. Look, I
Oh,
tried
right,
to fix
they
it.
can kill her. Mirata. So they're gonna try to put some counters on their commander so that they can cheat out artifacts. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Here convert. Guess we play our medallion, and if they replay their commander, we're okay with that. Maybe we draw and if we don't draw that black source. And it seems like opponent is trying to inadvertently they are keeping our life storage similar so that we don't get too much value with Withar either way. But it seems like they got their commander killed too many times for their liking. Oh, they are here. Sympathize. Moxa. There. But yeah, I'm still kind of curious how our opponent is building this deck. Maybe they just have many artifacts. What is the point of their commander then? One is kind of unfortunate.
Witherbloom is just as dark and musty as I remember. Sorry, you don't make the grade.
And you can technically use Power Stone mana to filter through the star. And if they want to play their commander, they can. Okay, so one here. Nope. Throw here. Painful. Crypt. Necrodam. Steps ahead. To the command zone. Guess we go for some life gain here, in case we need it. Charm. Guess it's GG's. The Jolly Balloon Man. Okay, let's try this, see if we can get some card draw going. Spinning Silence. side.
Oh, these negotiations are a bit more aggressive than I anticipated.
Let's plus.
Don't bother me, or else. I've dealt with bothers like you before. Oh, please behave yourselves.
Damnation. Okay. Still have a lot of resources, but I think we're okay. Gabriel is gonna leave.
Good thing I have an indemnity clause. Don't even think about it.
Elspeth. Okay.
Spare your gratitude. This is my duty. I must retreat.
Oh, please.
Let's
behave
draw a card.
yourselves.
So pass. Our sorcery. Yeah, if you attack Gabriel, you're gonna have to.
My services are not cheap.
Nope. You and you. We'll discard the planes. dice, each player 6, and all that.
That's it. No more favors from me.
Hmm. Can play our commander and maybe try to keep changing life multiple times. Five now. 1, 2, and 3, I guess. Big Paradox Engine, so they're gonna get drop aside a couple of times. Oh, but they cannot cast it now. Right. Because of their own deafening silence. Here. I think that's GG's. Yeah, right. Because of the bond. And it was all because of their deafening silence. I guess that's it. GG's. Kiliot. Radiant Tavern. Okay. This is not a common commander, but seems like they are controlled. Maybe they want to play flash speed. I think here we take the Palantir. Fractured Identity is also a good card. Yeah, and they want to transform because when it transforms, their spells have flash. So that's why they play Archon of Emiria. They get it, then they can play one spell there during their turn, and then another during our. And they milled Jace. Okay. Play their Archon. Oh, non-basics land enter tapped. I guess. Yeah, since we played the Swamp turn one, it wasn't too much of a choice. Tapped. Think opponent might surveil so that they can get their commander out. Take it, take it. Alright, this is the... Okay. Guys. We should play you. Mana 3. Oof. Seems like they are your typical control after all, so we'll go for the Wandering Emperor here. Relapse. And Delusion. Maybe sample. Let's play the Emperor and make a samurai.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming. Guards, to me! Strike fast and strike hard.
I think we want to bait fracture identity in some manner. Well. Non-token creature. Okay, Isaac there are finally. Look here. Will they fracture the Emperor? Seems like it. Guess they could also go for the Mox if they really wanted. But no, it's the Emperor. It's Solitude.
Try not to miss me. Run away. You'll be safer. I have got new moves to teach you.
Come on. Let's try to go for Toxic Deluge. 7. And rebuild. That's good for us. What do they get back? Fracture identity? Yes. Although if they have reprieve or something that counters without countering, we are gonna be losing here. Let's see, 1 life. We can rechange our life totals, but I guess we need to draw. Oh no, because we lose now to our silent clearing. I needed to think about that. Yep, my bad. March of over the worldly light.
Keep watch for intruders.
Okay, good games. Rocco Street Chef. Okay. His opponent lightning bolts. They're confident. Here. If they want, they can replay it, but they need to play their land first. Okay, that's our card.
Finally, I'm home. Show them how we greet our enemies.
I think we need more black mana for sure. But we just need Sheoldred to leave. Of the guard, that's gonna get Solitude. Yes. Old stick fingers. Yes. Exploration from Path of Bear. Okay, they mine Spikos, they can take whichever rat they want. It is Deluge. Ooh, I guess I needed to play high. The Aitana. Now we're gonna lose. Oh, we can do this. Okay, yep. Turco Storm Render. We have removal, card draw, Thoughtseize. Should be fun. Voice of Victory. I guess we take both their Flame Slash and Fatal Push are not gonna be as good against us. No, I guess I should have taken the reinforcements. Take reinforcements, they play the voice, we kill it. Yeah, think about that. We need to draw a land right now. Thank you. Now we should draw more lands, but we have enough for a Wrath of God. Ooh, double mobilize because of fishing. Also known as lightning long command. Okay. This is prime for Wrath of God. Although I guess we're gonna lose 2 more life. Let's not crack that one yet. Amped Raptor. They get a cut down. Opposition agent. So we should Shining Blood. In case we play the tap land. Kill you. Okay, Surgo comes back. Which means we're gonna go all the way to 22 life. Yeah, if they don't have more burn damage, seems like they do. Fury. That one does hurt a lot. But we have Necro Dominance, so can we really complain at the end of the day? I think. And if we have to discard 2, I think it's you and you.
When I win, you're telling
Player
me
sacrifice.
what you know about the Raven Man. Off you go.
Four. You and I think the agent.
I don't take kindly to
I'll Surgo.
rewards. Time for your spirit to move on.
And GG's. Yep. Yep. And this is gonna be it for today's video. And I think this is a little bit of an awkward deck. There's still a chance you can get some okay matchups, like we saw against Sorgo and other aggro decks. Maybe you want to play more mana rock so that you can turbo out your commander faster. You know, just ramp, get a wrath going, and then play your commander, you gain the life. But that still leaves you in very awkward position against more control decks, against tempo decks. And obviously, because they are too prevalent in the queue right now, this is not a deck that's well equipped to play against landfall decks. Yeah, we saw against Tifas. Maybe we also played against Renan 6, but I don't remember if I kept that one on. But yeah, Ren, Tifas, even, at least we didn't get any Asusas, but just any regular landfall deck can be awkward to play against, even if they are not playing the strip mining, they are not playing the turrets for strip mine, they still get too much value, and we cannot recover from that. Even if we rat, they can just replay their stuff because they keep generating so much land advantage. But other than that, just make some adjustment depending on what you see on the queues. Maybe it's some more spot removal, maybe change fracture. I guess if you wanna play even more lands, you can go land tax. That also helps, and if you play more creatures that are gonna be taxing your opponents, like Tomik or something, those are gonna be the most vulnerable against removal, because usually we don't mind if our opponent keeps the removal in hand and then they use it on our commander, because we either gain the value from gaining life or we get to draw a bunch of cards, which is also nice. And also you need to be a little bit careful when you play, because if you go too low on life, then a counter spell or a Tail's End to counter the trigger still means that we're gonna be low on life and very vulnerable against some opponents. But like I said, it's just the tempo, the blue decks. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, remember to do so. I'm the Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.